Hey everyone, and welcome back to Exploring Attractions. My name is Scott, and today brings us to Universal Studios Hollywood to check out some huge updates in regards to Halloween Horror Nights, and of course the rumored Fast and Furious roller coaster going where special effects show used to sit, and animal actors. There's lots of fun stuff going at Universal Studios. Like we always talk about when we come out here, it's so fun to be covering all these updates since there is so much going on. First time in years that we have like multiple projects going on. Let's go inside and check out some Horror Nights construction and different park updates throughout the day on this busy sunny day. And now that we've made it into the park, why don't we take a ride on Jurassic World since it's already hot here in the morning. Southern California, the heat's finally back. So, you know, with Jurassic World only being a 10-minute wait right now and everything else being relatively busy, then it's a perfect time to ride this attraction. But of course, even though it is hot, we're still gonna request the back. You don't want to get soaked. It's not like Arizona where you just dry off immediately. Well, row 9 it is, kind of the back. Here we go. Early morning ride on Jurassic World The Ride. That doesn't look good. Big Dino's working today!
So I feel like after not going in the back row, but like the second to last, so you get less wet in that one versus the end, because like the people in the back kept getting like shot with the last minute little water sprays. So I feel like you definitely get more wet in the back row versus like the one right in front of it.
Also, I should mention these toad or mushroom headbands are back in stock. They are never in stock when I come. Every time I come alone, I try to find them for Savannah. Every time I come together, they're also gone. But today, they're in stock at the City Walk store. Oh yeah, summer crowds are definitely upon us as there's a line to get into Nintendo right now. Unless you have Express, early entry, or VIP experience, you can skip the line, but the line's stretching all the way back there where it was during soft previews. Kind of insane. Also, I've heard them tell a lot of people about parking their strollers outside, which obviously takes away a lot of the crowds inside. So speaking of Transformers, in the supply vault, it looks like they have kind of wiped out the majority of the Transformers merchandise. There's still some on the left side of the store, but a lot of this store is what was in Production Central. So like all your vintage retro stuff, the horror themed stuff, like they have the Monsters collection in here. It's not mainly themed around Transformers merch anymore. Is this foreshadowing much? Transitioning up to the upper lot location to check out some construction on Halloween Horror Nights stuff. Of course, this is gonna be The Last of Us right down here. Don't know what the facade's gonna be quite yet. It looks like a kind of like a rustic warehouse almost. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting right now. There seem to be some barriers. I saw them painting earlier, those white barriers. Not too sure if that's going to be a part of the house experience or not, or if those are going to be some walls or, you know, leading into the house. Yeah, very interesting. There was one employee working on it for a couple of minutes. Now it seems like there's nobody out there. There are some tools scattered around, but the rest of the house, other than the very end over there, you can't really tell what's going on. I'm really curious to see how this facade develops. So, and then way off over there in the background, you get a good look at the rumored Holidays in Hell house, rumored on the Horror Night Nightmare speculation map. I don't know if that's coming or not, but the facade looks a lot like it, and I'll show you more like of an up-close look at the facade when we get on the studio tour right now. So as the rest of the plot of this rumored coaster is currently under demolition, or you know, the special effects stage and animal actor stage, it's kind of like at a different phases in different areas. Definitely on the other side is where all the demolition is happening right now. It's just really neat to see like the inside of everything, stuff that the general public didn't get to see when this was open. Now we can see like all the offices and the elevators and stuff inside of the actual Stage 56 building where special effects show used to sit. By the way, in case anyone cared, this is my favorite spot to film intros because it's always so quiet. It's a nice little scenery with plenty of shade for good lighting. Here we go. It's studio tour time.
Make sure we get some over to you. All right, y'all.
5 months.
And I remember you having to sit in that cold ice bath for hours. Yeah. And that was very fun. I still can't feel my toes.
Speaking of, if
we're gonna get a ride like this. We better go talk to Transpo now and let these people get back to their tour.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. As long as I get to drive.
Oh, not if I've got the keys.
Oh, nothing wrong.
Come on, man.
Bel Air streaming on Peacock, and in fact, we've done a lot of projects.
Earthquake's actually under refurbishment right now, so we won't be going through that today, but yeah, there's a look at the progress of Earthquake as they freshen it all up.
And I want to talk about another airplane that we utilize out here on property from the movie Sully starring Tom Hanks. So let's talk. The Universal Studios Hollywood Opry Theme Park of the Park closes today at 10 p.m. See show times for Waterworld, check wait times for rides and attractions, and get details for visiting Super Nintendo World. For bridging any of the TV shows or films I mentioned on the tour, please check out the website www.upag.com or visit any retail location in the park.
Well, we did just get off the studio tour right now, and there was lots of stuff going on around the back lot. I thought we were going to skip Supercharge for a second there, and we didn't, but so first things first, with these soundstage houses on the Horror Night Nightmare speculation map, it's rumored to be Stranger Things in there, season 4 that is, and it's rumored to have 2 haunted houses in there, Stranger Things and The Exorcist. Stranger Things, if you actually get a really great look at the facade, and honestly, it looks a lot like Eddie's trailer house in the series. That's kind of the vibes that I'm getting at. First I thought it was a cabin, but after looking at it a little bit more, it matches up a lot with Eddie's trailer. Now, there's no confirmation on that house coming to Horror Nights this year or anything, just basing off Horror Night Nightmares map and what we can see. The rumored Holidays in Hell haunted house from 2019 is still at a standstill. And then the 2 in the H slot, Chucky, which is confirmed, and the rumored Universal Monsters haunted house, those 2 facades are at a standstill as well. They have not been moving for quite a few months now. I don't think we'll see them here in the near future move at all. I'd probably say in August is when they'll start to ramp up with the facade work going on for that. But yeah, the whole Stranger Things thing is kind of exciting, to be honest. Just making that comparison, you look really closely, it looks exactly like that. So one really awesome thing that Universal's doing right now is they're actually having the Death Eater experience now until I believe it's July 30th. It's the last day you can see the Death Eaters here at nighttime. They come out around sunset, and it's really neat because people can come experience Death Eaters who don't really want to go to Horror Nights to experience them. They can experience them just with a general Universal ticket. Alright, but now we need to talk about how weird this looks like. I mean, look at this skyline right here. Completely empty. If these construction walls were down, we'd be able to see the entire valley. And of course all the lower lot, but there's what's remaining of a special effects stage right now. This is insane. Imagine if, once hopefully Universal confirms that if this is a coaster, imagine the sightline with a coaster. It's gonna be pretty impressive. Universal's gonna change forever once this opens up. What I think is the coolest thing about all of this is the fact that you can see all the different behind the scenes stuff, all the offices and whatnot that used to be in there. All the backstage stuff, like I said. Where the performers were at and once they got ready for the show. I think that's so neat. It is pretty funny how they still have the sign here. It's not special effects show, it's just effects show. It doesn't exist with no show times at all. Pretty funny. Kind of like a spooky thing as its soul lives on here, even though they're destroying the stage. This is California's epic universe right now. The construction progress, seeing how this develops. Still not too sure. I mean, it looks like obviously they are destroying the main building, but I'm not sure if they're going to repurpose any of it since they did put up some of those barriers on the top on the other side of this stage. I would assume they're just going to put up a new building. I mean, Animal Actors is completely wiped out. All that remains is what's on the ground level of it. It's just wiped out completely. So I'd assume that they're going to do that with special effects too, but who knows? Maybe they'll repurpose some of it, and that's why they haven't moved along with the rest of this. Yeah, it looks like there's only one truck or one employee in there right now working on something. Don't know what that truck's for, but no other equipment workers right now in there from what we can see. However, you do get a side look at the special effects stage and kind of see what's left of the theater on the inside and seating area. Of course, home to not only the special effects show, but the legendary Jabberwockies, which will probably not be returning to Horror Nights this year. unless they find another location for them. Like the skyline's so empty right now that you can even see the Simpsons ride way back over there. You can get a good idea of just how large that building is for the Simpsons ride. And of course it extends all the way down. It's even bigger than what it looks like right here. Not really a lot going on with this one either, unfortunately. They added some vines since the last time that I was here. It looks like some branches of a tree to make it kind of an overgrown facade. Right now, nothing new though. Just waiting for an announcement on this. And Birdie's been teasing a lot as far as the MidSummer Screen panel here in a couple weeks. So hopefully we'll get some news on this one, because we did get some little Easter eggs to Universal Horror Hotel at last year's MidSummer Screen. But I think we'll probably hear about this one pretty soon, especially with the facade being practically complete. Thank you for the cameo. Oh yeah, so this is also happening. Not too sure what's going on here. It just recently started under construction. I don't know if they're just like repainting some stuff, but it looks like they're changing the building up. There was a little fruit stand like on the opposite side of this. So I'm curious to see, are they gonna make this like an actual like standalone little restaurant, quick service fruit stand? Where it's like actually inside? Or is this just general refurbishment? I don't know. If anyone's like heard anything or seen anything official that I've missed online, let us know down below in the comments section what this is supposed to be. In classic Universal fashion, we have some merchandise over from the other coast, because VillainCon Minion Blast is opening up very soon at Universal Studios Florida. So there's a whole bunch of VillainCon merch here. We got some kids t-shirts, some pins. Now this isn't like VillainCon Minion Blast in specific, but it's VillainCon, which hasn't been featured here at the Hollywood Park before. I'm kind of digging this Loungefly over here with all the Vicious Six on it, or just all the villains in general, it looks like. Yeah, those are just all different villains. I don't think that's the Vicious Six on there at all. Got El Macho, I believe that's his name, Vector. A cool bucket hat with a purple minion. That's really neat. Also very trendy. Well, everybody, we're back outside in City Walk now, and that's going to wrap it up for today's video here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Lots of updates going on as usual, and if you want to stay up to date with all the different updates here at the park, make sure you subscribe with the bell notifications on. And of course, we have MidSummer Screen coming up, so some Fortnite news coming out of that, so stay tuned for all that fun coverage on the channel, and leave this video a like if you did enjoy it. As always, my name is Scott. You've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.